Cuatro. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Bird, bird. Bird is a word.
Please, it's never going to get out of my head. Ever.
I love that.
Ever. It's like done.
It's such a great
Oh, I
song.
wonder what that means.
All right, we're live.
It's time to put some meat
Ding.
into your filthy seat. Tonight.
We're sorry.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Shedding. There.
Oh, and tonight's song is Heterosexual Man by
Wonderful.
by Odds. I'm dedicating it to anybody who ever puts hashtag Me Too on their on anything on social media.
Oh, is this where we're at?
and for those who believe in toxic masculinity, and a shout out to my brother in arms, Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Congrats, yo.
The only man to win an argument with a woman.
That's not true, though.
Yep. Yeah.
It's really not.
Yes, it is.
Just no woman will admit that you won.
That you takes an entire court
there's the
to like say
difference.
he actually won.
Yes.
You can't she just can't admit it that she
Well, girls like that.
There are so many fucking like dubbed things with her like on TikTok.
I know.
So
I do watch.
fucking funny. Oh my god.
I do watch the reels on Facebook,
It's too
and they're
funny.
They're funny. I enjoy it.
Why did her dog step on a bee? I don't understand.
My dog stepped on a bee.
And then she made that face.
Yeah.
It makes me like.
Maybe if she was a better actress, A, she'd have more work, and B, she would have won.
Well, Kevin Costner said they did a movie like I don't know 5 years ago or something like that, and she came into his trailer and took off all her clothes and wanted to tried to fuck him, and he was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Who do I look like? Johnny Depp?
He was like, well, I mean, Kevin's like kind of a, well, he also knows if he would have fucked her, then it would have been like, she could have very easily come back and pulled one of those, you know what I'm saying?
Well, she's obviously totally stable. So,
Exactly.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, welcome to Amber Heard's Head.
Oh my God. Stop.
Tonight's topic is...
I can't.
A boy named Johnny and a girl named Amber.
Oh,
Wow.
that's beautiful. You should write a song.
Amber and Johnny sitting in the courtroom.
No. Timing is everything.
Oh my God. It's going to be a long night.
Okay.
I can already tell.
It's going to be a cool night. Just let me hold you by the firelight. I'm singing little yacht rock. I have to like this video. This video is awesome. This is great. And there's a heavy metal remix of it, which we'll have to. I don't know if I can play that because I don't know if there'll be like a copyright situation. Like I'll be able to careful about that. But so we're gonna hit this.
Hit it.
Hit it and quit it.
Groove. Yeah, it would just taste the groove. I'm not even drunk yet.
I know, right?
I can't talk.
I studied on talking on a podcast. I studied on it a good bit.
I truly cannot stand you.
Something wrong with that boy.
I studied on it a good bit.
You're funny.
I quit.
I'm having too much fun. I just took that edible too. I mean, I just took it. So you would think it would take a while. I was thinking, it's going to take a while to kick in.
No.
Some of the, that stuff is not, on the candy bar, is not distributed equally.
No,
so
I know.
you could break off a couple of pieces
Yeah.
and it'd be like, I think this is crap. And then you get one that has like all the dope in it.
That makes you not
And you're
feel
like,
your legs after 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and you
you're
can't
like
walk
losing
home
your mind.
when you only live right over there. I'm dying.
Stick with the old Corona. Be pretty good to go.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid. Yee. Hey, Kool-Aid.
Intro.
Bells.
You got me screaming, help, help.
You all right? Did you hurt yourself?
No, always.
All right.
Only where it counts, my friend.
Only where it counts.
So quiet.
I know. It's frightening.
There's always calm before. So what we're gonna do, and I was telling Kevin, I don't know if you heard me, as we said, sometimes we're gonna add them to a Spotify
Spotify?
Spotify, it's right over there.
Okay.
playlist, like
You have
in
a
real
couple.
time.
You have a couple of mine. But
That's okay.
I assumed.
I
you would.
I knew we were gonna overlap here. It's
Yeah.
like we're just talking. These are what we like. It's just whatever. And then
I got you.
people in the audience, those of you guys that are getting warmed up, you're getting signed in and everything. So put it in the chat, like your favorite like summer rock and roll songs. They don't have to say summer in the title. They don't have to, but they could just kind of evoke a sort of summery vibe. Maybe they're about partying. Think about music you would listen to like by the pool, or you'd play in your boombox at the lake, with friends, that sort of thing. Okay. So. Okay, is everybody ready? Can we hear everything? Everybody good?
I can hear us.
Me 3.
Okay.
Hashtag me too.
Me 3.
Let me do this.
Like me 3.
Undo. Okay, we're going to do one of these things where we try to see what the... Check. Hello? Lily, can you say something?
I can definitely say something. I am here.
Something else.
What else would you like me to say?
Say...
All the songs, all the things. Woo, balls deep.
Can Pittsburgh Kevin talk for a couple minutes?
Yes, I remember back in 1906, I was just a young man, and I met a fella on the road, and he said, "Go west, young man, go west," and I did.
Is that what you did?
Uh-huh.
I
ended
studied
up in
on
the West End.
I studied on
I studied
going
on
west.
going west.
I studied on it a pretty good bit.
Yeah.
Okay, Sling Blade will not be appearing on the podcast.
No. Why? What's wrong? Lily, what?
It's just you two
Yeah, that's
at this
right.
point.
Oh, my God.
But we will have Keith the Hawk Hawkins.
I know, that's awesome.
Okay.
It's our album week,
Since
yeah.
we're not using the Zoom thing, I got to figure out how I'm going to get him on, but we'll figure something out.
Have him on the telephone.
How you guys doing? Everybody okay tonight? You guys ready to rock and roll all night? Party every day.
Mini Kiss.
I would like to see them.
That would be awesome.
I,
They look
I
pretty.
think Mini Kiss
Yeah.
and what's that one with Ronald McDonald?
Max Sabbath.
They should
yeah,
tour together.
they
And
should.
Oakley Dokley.
Ned Flanders.
That'd be a night. You should talk to Jurgles about that, Lily, and say the Rock and Roll Circus will come out and broadcast live and everything. That would be a show. That would be epic.
Hey, McGird.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh boys, how's everybody doing? You guys ready to do a little podcasting?
Ready?
Yes.
Guys, ready. Okay, I think we're good. Just making sure that levels look okay. We don't want to be clipping or peeking.
No clipping, no peeking. No peeking.
No peeking. Okay, I got. Oh, we should. Oh, there's always something, right?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, we can't forget that.
Okay. Okay. I think we got all the stuff ready. So here we go.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3. It's our first official podcast of your summer season. And we want to help you get off to a great start with some kick-ass jams for your summer playlists. On this week's Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, we are going to give you 21, probably a lot more than that, great rock and metal tracks to add to your Summer of 22 soundtrack. There's going to be some old, some new, some standards, some deep cuts to make sure that your summer is kicking ass Loudini style. Get ready to rock out with your talk out. It's the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Welcome back, moms and dads, boys and girls, and children of all ages. It is the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus podcast once again. And we have a really fun, exciting show for all y'all today. We are going to be, as I said in the beginning, getting into creating a summer playlist. And for those of you listening live, we want you to chime in the comments with some of your favorite summery type songs. When we say summer playlist, they don't have to have the word summer or pool or beach party or whatever in the song or in the title, but they just got to be the kind of, like say you're going to make a mixtape and you were going to go to the lake with your friends, you're going to take a, going to take a beer and you were going to have a good time and all that. Like what kind of music, what kind of tracks would you want to be listening to, or what would you have on your boombox at the beach, or whatever. That's sort of thing. That sort of thing. Well, we have that generation here.
I know.
It's the boombox generation here. You know what I mean? Let's not kid ourselves.
No.
So anyway, so that is what we're going to be getting into on today's show. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of business here. I cleaned up the desk.
Apparently, there we go.
And so, I felt bad. I couldn't get Wolf's Customs business card up and together last week, so I apologize for that. But we do have Wolf's Customs. Check out Wolf's Customs. Find them online, wolfscustoms.online, or check them out on social media. Why do you want to do that? Because, Lily, they make awesome artwork that goes on your musical instrument. They do instrument refinishing, but I hate to just say painting because it's like so cool. Hollow flash and engraving, tons and tons of stuff. So you definitely want to check them out. Chris Thunderwolf Dotson has been a big supporter of the podcast for several years now. So we do appreciate him. And this is what the thing looks like. So go check them out. wolfscustoms.online. Rock, Rage, Radio.com. Download that app, you MFers out there, because you know why? Because if you like stuff like this kind of podcast, where we're talking about music and having a good time and mixing it up, then that's like 24/7 on Rock Rage Radio. Okay, so it's a free app. You download it. You get your killer music programming 24/7. You definitely want to check it out. Great shows like the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, Hot Licks with Lily Six. What are some of the other ones that are on there, Lil?
There's the Poison Ivy Show, Shaking the Rafters with Michelle, Rocky Mountain Rage. I can't remember what else right now.
There's a million of them.
Yes.
There's too many to
It's
remember.
24/7.
Yeah, it's 24/7. It's a really good time. It's a great group of people. The folks behind it, John Coons, he's just really dedicated and really trying to put out a great product for everybody. It's totally free. The same product, but it is totally free. So you guys definitely want to check it out. Go to rockrageradio.com. Download the app. Speaking of .coms and whatnot, go to Lou Lombardi Music or Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com and get on our list. When you get on our list, you get access to our private Facebook group, among many, many other things. There's our YouTube video archive and all kind of fun stuff that you can get there, merchandise and everything. So Loudini Music, Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com or LouLombardiMusic.com. Either one will get you there. This is what we're talking about when we say, leave some comments and stuff like that. That's how you can do that, because you check us out live on Facebook on our private group. Bill Menk is hanging out with us. It's good to see. Hey, Yinzers of X-Rock. X-Rock?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Somebody's lying in a chair. Somebody's rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't have that on mine, so I don't know who that is.
I think what happened was, and I got to tell Mr. Freeman, I think we're also live on my regular page, and that's a no-no. So you guys on the regular page, you're getting a bonus tonight.
Ooh.
So typically you don't get to chime in with comments and things like that on my regular page. You have to be in my inner circle group. But they will make an exception this one time.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. As I mentioned earlier, Lily V6 is here. So Lily, how are you? What's going on? Have you seen some shows? What's going on?
Well, I went to Riverfest at Rice's Landing all weekend long. There were local bands that I do not remember the name of because I got drunk. So sorry, you guys were great. Who I did hear, wonderful, super fun. I worked with my friend Sissy, doing her jewelry vending. And then yesterday I spent the time in the pool. So that is what I did.
Which, Canonsburg?
No, my sister's.
Oh, okay.
The gene pool.
The
Yeah.
Gene
She was in the
There it
Gene Pool,
is.
everybody.
But there is an exciting show coming up this Wednesday. It's Anvil at the Craft House, so I will be there for anyone.
At the Crack
The
House.
Craft
Not
House.
no,
For
it's
anyone who is
Craft
going to
House.
go, you can go ahead and buy me a
When-
drink. That's
when
cool.
is it again?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's thinking.
What's going on?
I will have to check my schedule.
Need to pray about that, Lou?
I studied on Anvil. I studied on them quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's what we're doing. So let's get into today's topic because, and we're not going to spend too much time on every single song, like telling you the whole story. But we're just going to kind of give a quick overview. Some of these we just might say the title of. And say that we love it, and guys, if you have a fun memory of one of the songs you're talking about, like there's a reason why you like it, 'cause something really cool happened that you remember, or gives you a good feeling about. Let's feel free to express that as well. Okay, so
Word.
it's a totally
Sure.
personal thing. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
we are creating a Spotify playlist based off of this in real time. So throw me your picks, guys, in the comments, and we will add them to our Spotify playlist, and I will send out the link so all y'all can check it out.
Oh, yeah.
I added about 26 myself. So we're just gonna add them as we go. We're gonna have a good time and not worry too much about it. On that happy note, let's start as always with Lily Six. So what's your first pick there, girl?
My first pick is Girls of Summer by Aerosmith. And it's a newer one, newer, 2002 on the Oh Yeah Ultimate Aerosmith Hits. I really love this song because it does remind me of summer. It's talking about women who are at the beach having a good time, talking about the night they had with the men before,
Sounds
ditching men the
pretty
next
hot.
day. And then the video includes Jamie Presley, and she's just such a badass in the video. So I got to give her props to that because I do love her.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my first one.
Okay, and it is on the list. I'm sitting right here in front of my
There
Spotify
it
and
is.
adding
Type it in.
so it is in. So
Girls
that's a cool pick.
Summer.
Check it out, guys. Girls of Summer by the Aerosmithers. Mr. Pittsburgh Kevin himself. What's the first one you want to talk about, brother?
Hold on. I'm just taking a second to think about Jamie Presley.
No.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, when I first started doing this list for the show, I'm all done now. I came up with Mr. Satriani in Summer Song.
That's a good one.
That is a great one
That's a
because
good
it
one.
really captures summer. And there's been many times during the winter, boo, where I've just played that song just to get me through the day. So Summer's gold.
Summit. Okay, so I have.
Yes.
This is a song I associate with summer, and I don't know why.
Crazy.
I just do, but I think it's a kind of a cool summer song. Just sort of talks about the lights of Los Angeles, and it just sort of has that kind of like good weather kind of vibe. And that is Hollywood Nights by Bob Seger.
Yes.
We do not talk enough about Bob
We
Seger
really
go.
don't.
on this show. But love Bob Seger, just a classic artist. And I think with all the because this playlist is going to be fun. We've got heavier stuff, we've got lighter stuff, we've got stuff in the middle, we've got older stuff, newer stuff. So my sort of fantasy or my idea about this is that we would make this list and it would play and you'd hear just all awesome songs, but there'd be like this really cool mix of like all these different vibes and everything,
Yes.
but still this sort of up feeling of summer. So it's from the album Stranger in Town. If you haven't listened, now I know those of us that grew up in Pittsburgh probably heard Hollywood Nights on the radio
Oh, yeah.
constantly,
yeah.
but I don't know. I don't listen to commercial radio anymore, so I don't know how often it's still played. But if you haven't checked it out in a while, it's got a very very cool chord progression. It's got that really like kind of like real intense beat.
Yeah.
It's really up tempo. And that I don't know who the drummer in that band is.
There's actually two drummers. There's
Oh,
two
really?
drum tracks in that. That's what makes it so high energy.
It is just
Yeah.
jam. Do you know who the drummers are?
I don't.
Okay, we might have to look that up. Somebody
Yeah.
can maybe pull that up. But Hollywood Nights, this is a song when I first started getting into music, and it was summertime. I was listening to the radio, just absorbing absolutely everything. This was just one of those songs that just really captured my imagination. I associated with that summer. So, Hollywood Nights, Bob Seger.
There's a fun story about that song. When they did the song and they laid down the basic.
It's you knowing all about the Bob Seger. I didn't know you knew about
Oh,
Bob
man.
Seger. That's awesome.
I love Bob Seger.
Oh, he's gonna cry.
But what?
You're gonna cry? Okay.
Wait, Bob. Anyway.
Wow.
No, so they basically got the song down, and they gave it to the manager. They put it on cassette, gave it to him. They're like, listen to this song we've just finished. He put it in his car, was driving home in the California winding roads, and the song came on, and he's jamming to it, jamming. He looked down, he was doing 100 miles an hour. He goes, this song is going to be a hit. And sure enough, there you go.
That's another thing about summer, right? Cruising.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I was messaging the guys earlier, so like, because I don't want everybody to go, it has to have the word summer in the
No, but a
title.
lot of mine do.
But
just because.
But like the idea of cruising like that, or the top down, that's all very people associate that with summer. So all right, so Lily, what you got next?
Well, speaking of the cruising around and summer stuff, since I did Girls of Summer, I'm going to do Boys of Summer by Don
Crazy.
Henley. Yeah.
by Don? Okay.
Don Henley. I mean, I know the Ataris did it too. It's also a great cover. But this one screams summer. This is me and my sister driving down Pittsburgh or the beach or what have you, just jamming out to this song. It was the lead single from Building the Perfect Beast. It was actually composed by Mike Campbell of Tom Petty.
Yes, that is cool. Right
And
you are.
yes, I know. And Henley won the Grammy Award for Best Male Vocal Performance on the song. And Tom Petty was super impressed by the song.
But not impressed enough to record it.
Exactly. Yes. He's very happy that Don Henley took the song. He did regret turning it down afterwards.
Absolutely,
of course.
yeah.
In fact, when him and Campbell were in a car driving one night to listen to "Don't Come Around Here No More," the Don Henley song came on instead. And he was like trying to turn it off real quick, But Tom Petty was super cool about it, so
Well,
so, yeah.
Mike also has another song on that album as well. I'm trying to remember. It's I'm hearing my own song being played.
It's
It kind
distracting
of throws
you.
you off, yeah, right?
It's totally
Say,
distracting
There's Sunset Grill.
no, it's not on this album. It
Oh,
is
it's a
on the
different
follow
album?
album. It's on the album with
okay.
it's on End of the Innocence.
Oh,
It's on that
okay.
al-
Oh,
And that
okay.
album has full of guest people.
Right.
Bruce Hornsby is on that record. Axl Rose is on that record. But Mike Campbell has a song on there called "True Friend of Ours on the phone that you found some." It's not sometimes
Serenade
just
us.
isn't alone. I will have to look it up.
All right.
I will have to look it up. But there's what I'm trying to get to is that Mike Campbell, in addition to being one of the most amazing guitar players, and nobody even realizes what a great guitar player he is an amazing songwriter. And not all of his songs are performed by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Right.
And yes, this is very true. There's a funny story in the movie about Tom Petty's life that Peter Bogdanovich made. It's like a 4-hour documentary.
Oh wow.
So running down a dream.
Running
right?
Down a Dream.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
excuse me. And it's very. The story is funny, and Lily pretty much. I don't need to rehash it, but she pretty much captured it. Yeah. Tom was like, kind of bummed out that like they sort of mixed. He was like, yeah, wait, that's not really for us, Mike. Thanks. Let me tell you another funny story about this. Also, I did add the Atari's version.
Yes.
It is
on
a great
the-
cover.
on the-
They do a good job on it.
I mean, they bring it into the 21st century.
Right. I like how they changed Deadhead sticker
To
Black Flag
Black
sticker.
Flag, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, different generation, you know.
Uh-huh.
But here's an interesting fun fact about that song.
I'm ready.
So it's first of all, this is a world class band, probably very highly paid musicians.
Right.
Mike Campbell plays the guitar solo
Right.
Sure.
on it, so he didn't show up for free.
No.
And so they do the whole song, then they go in to cut the vocals.
Uh-huh.
And they are not getting what they want vocally. And Don Henley and I don't remember who the producer was, said to the producer, like, it's too low. We need to pitch it up. And and he really thought just pitching it up electronically was really fucking cheesy. Like, he
Yeah.
just did not want to do that. They tried it for like a half a second. He said it was
Like
terrible.
wrong.
It was terrible. So they brought everybody back to the studio
Wow.
to recut the song
That's
in a
crazy.
higher key. So because Don has that amazing like high tenor, I mean, he's
Yeah.
got a killer voice, and I could see, he's an eagle.
Yes. I've heard that about him.
So, he's not the only Eagle on this list, by the way. So, what do you have, Pittsburgh Kevin?
So in true Pittsburgh fashion, I want to go to the archives, okay? Hey, Michelle, you go down to the archives, get this song for me. So this one, I don't know where it popped up recently for me, but I'm like, oh my God, I remember that song. And it's going to go, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
The Wild One by Susie Quattro.
I just was thinking about that too.
That's because I was upstairs sending you vibes.
You probably were.
I'm like, this song's about Lily. But yeah,
I wish
it's
I was Susie
it's a
Quattro.
fun. It's like 70s kind of rock, very Runaway-ish. You know what's Susie Quattro?
I mean,
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. That is my pick. The
Pinky
Wild One.
Tuscadero.
Yeah,
Pinky
right. I love that.
Tuscadero.
Yeah. For those of young folks out there who don't get the reference, it's
You see, kids.
she had a brief, like kind of a reoccurring sort of role on Happy Days.
Yeah.
For a little
Yeah.
while. And that's what really kind of like brought her into the forefront. I did not know until I saw the documentary about her. So this is how ignorant I was, that she was an actual musician. I thought
Right,
she was
just
an
an
actress
actress.
who just
Playing a
happened,
musician.
and maybe they
Right.
coached her how to play. Maybe
Yeah.
she got, I figured, I was kind of putting her in there with, Michael J. Fox plays a little guitar.
Right.
Right.
Johnny Depp does.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those kind of people, So I just figured she was one of those, actors that,
they kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah, Leif Garrett.
Yep.
You know, and people like that. But no, she's a totally serious musician. She had a band with her sisters growing up. Her one sister became the lead singer for the band Fanny, and if you don't
Yeah.
know the band Fanny,
Check
go
them
look
out.
them up. This is a band that I don't know much about that band except they're a really cool hard rock band from like the late '60s, early '70s.
Right. Yeah.
There's some cool videos of them on YouTube, etc. 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 I have so many good ones. I just don't know which to pick.
One
I
to
just-
pick.
I don't have so many.
Just pick
I'm
one.
gonna pick one of my favorite songs
Oh.
of all time, and I
Here we
think this
go.
is one of Pittsburgh Kevin's favorite songs as well.
Sure.
"Surfin' Bird" by the Trashmen.
Look, I like the song. It's just never going to get out of my head tonight now.
If you don't know, it's just an awesome song. I mean, the guy does all this weird screaming in it and everything, and it's the '60s song, and for a song from like the '60s, it really has.
And did you got it off the Full Metal Jacket soundtrack?
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
It's on. I mean, what brought the song to prominence was it showed up in the movie Full Metal Jacket.
Also, Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
That's
in Family
It
Guy,
got really
too.
big
Yeah.
on Family Guy.
So that brought it back yet again.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. I forgot about the Family Guy thing. It's a super fun song. It makes no sense. Everybody heard about the
But it is fun.
bird.
It is very summer-esque.
And it's like, if you're going to be hanging out acting crazy with your friends,
There you
maybe you're partaking of certain things.
That'll push you,
might
over the
be a
edge.
surfing bird. In
You
fact,
might
that's
be.
probably really what the meaning of the song really is. Probably isn't literally about birds surfing.
That would be weird.
That wouldn't make any
Very
sense. I think that a
strange.
surfing bird flying high, get it? Riding the wave.
yeah.
Exactly. So it's definitely a party in tune. It's
Well,
got
wait,
surfing in the title.
Like bird. Sometimes bird means a woman, right? Maybe it's a woman who's out there surfing. She's a surfing bird, isn't she?
Inchy.
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 Inchy?
Inchy.
Stop.
No, never. Ay.
All right, Lilith.
The next one on my list is Vacation by the Go-Go's.
Oh, good one.
1982. All-female rock band. If you don't know who the Go-Go's are, you should get out from under the rock and check them out. It was their first single from the album, became one of the Go-Go's highest charting singles. Every time I go on vacation, I play the song because obviously you have to do that.
It's the rules.
Right, yeah. It was on Rugrats. It was on Hightown. It was a Star series. It was on the documentary Fahrenheit 9/11. So it's been used in media several times, but I like an all-girl band to kick ass, so
Yes.
that's why I had to pick one of
Okay,
those.
added to the list.
There it goes.
Good one.
Nice.
All right, Pittsburgh, Mr. Pittsburgh
That's
himself.
me. That's me. I'm going to go with Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry because, boy, that's high energy. I remember a couple years back getting a text from my daughter. She goes, I'm really into this new song. Well, for her, it was a new song.
Right.
And she goes, it's Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. I'm like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, whoa, because it's pretty explicit. And I'm like,
Well, your daughter was an adult.
I know, well, that's just it. But there's still, that's
It's
never
still your
leaves you as
dad.
a-
It's
yeah,
still your
as a
kid. I
dad.
got it.
But I'm
I got
like,
it.
then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, my daughter's pretty badass. So, okay, that's cool.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
That's
so
a
every
good
woman in the
one.
room getting up and dancing whenever that
Yeah,
comes on.
that's
too.
a good
It's
one.
like pour some sugar on me. It's like around that
Yeah.
kind of thing with
But
women.
boy, if you actually get up and pour sugar on a woman, oh, she gets fucking pissed.
Yeah, you're just meeting the wrong woman.
Apparently.
What are you doing to me?
The song was on. I thought that she got off of me.
It's like Amber Heard's theme song now.
Yeah.
Crazy bitch.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Magic by the Cars.
Oh, there you go.
Summer. And of course, it makes me think of Summer was released on May 7th on 1984. So that was the summer I was going to be, the next year I was going to be a senior in high school.
Right.
Nice.
There you go.
So like that's a great summer, right? Typically for people, like it's like a great summer. And it's produced by Mutt Lange, who did work with AC/DC and Def Leppard. We talked about the Cars before. I'm not getting into this on Heartbeat City, but it is like it's got that vibe,
Yeah.
you know. And if you are around my age, you know, released in May, it was a big hit over the summer, all over the place. It was inescapable. Had a giant video. Remember, he's walking on water
the water,
the
yeah,
pool.
yeah.
So it's, I mean, it
That's
is a
very
complete
cool.
summer thing going on. And you could probably pick any songs from this album. Drive, you might think they probably all could be good summer songs. But check it out. Magic by the Cars.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Lily V6's
Oh, it's my turn. So when I think of a lead guy in a band, I usually think of David Lee Roth. So I'm going to go ahead and go with California Girls by David Lee Roth, not the Beach Boys version.
Right.
It was originally written by them in '65 for their Summer Days album, written by Brian Wilson and Mike Love. And then, you know, David Lee Roth decided to do his really cheesy video version of the song, but I love it. It's fantastic. He's a tour guide in the video showing tourists. One of them is Jane Leeves, by the way, who was on Frasier. The beach and swimsuit models. They're female bodybuilder featured in the video is Ross' personal fitness trainer, Kay Baxter.
Scary.
And then there's bikini clad, for all you men out there or women who are into that, bikini clad women all through the video, so it's super hot.
Yeah, that was laugh.
And he is, Dave said he is his Diamond Dave character during this song, so yeah. This is definitely part of my whole generation because we, like, grew up listening to this song, and not so much the Beach Boys one, but of course I'd heard that one too. This one's more summery for me.
I got
so.
it's a great one. It's awesome. Awesome. There's so many. There's so
Yeah,
many.
tons.
There's so many. And I think a lot of folks have great memories around, you know, a lot of this music as they were growing up. Yeah, thank you. Somebody chimed in with that. Sissy Bolin
Sissy!
is
It's Dave. Dave's making an appearance.
I didn't know.
David Lee
what was
Roth,
going on.
everybody. All right, Dave, that's enough.
You've had enough. Go
Dave,
away.
Dave.
There's some beer back there.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone, everybody.
Get the fuck out. Getting into my podcast, you motherfucker. Okay. Pittsburgh Kevin.
So I'm going to go with Summer Nights. I know it's got summer in the title. Summer
Mine
Nights
mostly
by
do.
Van Halen off the 5150.
That's such a good song.
That is
Such
so
a
much
good
fun.
song.
Captures the whole summer nights.
It really does. That's another cruise song for me.
Exactly.
It's a cruise in the summertime nights. Yeah,
Exactly.
obviously.
Right on. That's what I just said. Right on.
Can you stand another song with surfing?
Sure.
Of course.
Okay. This is a song that and again, like, we're mixing it up. We want old, new, borrowed, and blue, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this is Surfing USA by the Beach Boys. What
That's
more
a good
could you
song.
say, right? You know, American rock band, the Beach Boys, credited to Chuck Berry and Brian Wilson. There's a rewritten version of Barry's Sweet Little 16 set to new lyrics, penned by Wilson and uncredited Mike Love. The song was released as a single on March 4th of 1963. It was then placed as the opening track of their album of the same name. Peaked at number 2 in the charts. So yeah, come on, man. A great guitar riff. The killer guitar riff. Super fun lyrics. It catches the whole vibe of summer. You know, tell the teacher we're surfing. You know, the whole thing. We're out. We're out of here. Let's get the hell out. Let's start the summer and have a good goddamn time. So that's what I got.
That's what you got?
That's what I got.
You want my next one?
I want your next one. We're just going to keep going round and
All right.
round.
Word. So my next one is Rockaway Beach by the Ramones, 1977. Obviously released in, 77, I already said that. Third studio album from Rocket to Russia. The song was written by bassist Dee Ramone. Surf rock, punk sound. So it was kind of like a mix there. It was inspired by the actual Rockaway Beach in New York, where Dee Dee would go all the time, and the Ramones always said he was the only beachgoer in the group. None of them were tan, so you wouldn't even know that at all.
No, none of them were tan. That's a good point.
That's true.
But the imagery puts you in right in the middle of a hot New York summer in the mid to late 70s, and it's easy to feel the vibe.
Well, I mean, like, there's Palisades Park.
Yeah.
That's another, you know,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a total, like, that's a good one. I'm just going to go ahead and add Palisades Park.
Just
as
do
well.
it.
Crazy. You go do it. Because you know why? Because it's the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Palisades Park. Where is the, I spelled that wrong.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments you want to talk about, Miss Lily?
I have none on ours. You have all the comments. You have all the comments.
You know
I
what?
have Mark Miller Jr. watching. That's it that
Hi,
I can
Mark.
see. Hi, Mark.
Hola, Mark.
Hello, Muck.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, here's the Ramones. Yeah, I want the Ramones version.
There you go.
So, yeah, okay, Pittsburgh Kevin.
All right, summertime's high energy. High energy. What else says high energy, right? Like AC/DC. I'm going to go with Shoot the Thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's cool is AC/DC has had a resurgence because of the Marvel movies. Shoot the Thrill. Isn't Shoot the Thrill kind of like Iron Man's song?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see
Yes.
Iron Man, so I don't know.
Yes, it is, sir.
Tony Stark
Yeah, he's a nice boy.
loves them AC/DC.
He sure do.
What about people who swing both ways? AC/DCs.
Where the hell am I?
You know? You don't even
Oh, you know
what
exactly.
song. You don't know what song that's from.
I guess not.
Apparently
That's from Two Turntables and a Microphone.
Oh, that.
not. Oh, really?
I wouldn't know any of the lyrics. for that.
Right as they go into the breakdown, he goes, "What about people who swing both ways? AC/DCs." Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't.
No,
that song is full of
Now
random.
I'm going to hear that
random-
every time
Yeah.
that I
Thanks,
listen to that.
thanks,
we
Liz. I hear a cowboy.
don't have a lot of ballads on here,
Oh.
but I did.
I have one.
Okay.
I do. I have actually two. One I cannot add to the Spotify playlist. I'll talk about it at the end because it is not on Spotify.
Whoa.
We'll talk about it. But the song that don't play. Don't start playing. Is Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, this is the song. Okay, so here's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You spent all day at the lake with your friends. You partook of all kind of libations. You listened to great music.
delicious.
You know, maybe you went off with one of your, some special person, and
Or
made
not so special.
made sweet love somewhere.
Made sweet
you,
love.
You sat around the fire that night,
Yeah.
roasting marshmallows.
That's what you kids
or
call it.
making s'mores or whatever you're
Sure.
doing.
I want s'mores.
Again, you're probably partaking a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You stay up really, really late, and then you wake up in the morning, and what do you got? A hangover.
Ow.
It's a tequila sunrise.
I do.
Okay, so I just think that this is one of those great. You know what? We should do a podcast. 10 great hangover songs.
There's way more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in any case, Tequila Sunrise by the Eagles from the album Desperado. You know, I don't know what else to say. I think also, again, the Eagles are a band where we could probably put a lot of different songs of theirs
Oh,
on
yeah.
the list.
They're
They
very
really-
summer
They really
band.
have that
Yeah.
kind of like
Yep.
like. I think anytime you get something that really super feels like Southern California, it really kind of gives you that.
Yes.
To the rest of us, and,
summer
you know,
vibe.
I know out there, you guys like just one season, so it could be Christmas time and it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
But you look, us East Coasters, you know what I'm saying? We dealing with a lot of shit over here. And right, Lily?
Yes.
Snow and bullshit.
I don't like
Bullshit.
anything
Snow
cold.
and bullshit.
So, except the cold White Claw.
Except for that.
Delicious.
And a cold beer.
Yeah.
Or any beverage.
I
Sure.
saw a thing on.
I even like frozen hot chocolate.
There's a video on TikTok where a guy says to a waiter, says, "Can I have a White Claw?" And the guy says, "Absolutely, sir. Would you like a coloring book and an ice cream cone?"
Wow. White Claw has more alcohol than most of the beers you jerks drink.
It's just a White
Not,
Claw
not,
takes
not
some
most
shit.
of the beers I drink. No.
Oh, get the
But you drink fancy beer.
I do. I am fancy.
He's a fancy lad.
Right.
He drinks the fancy beers. Yes, he does. He's so fancy. And his pansies. All right, so the playlist is getting pretty good. We're really building it up here. What do you got, Lily?
I have Summertime Girls by Y&T.
Great song.
I mean,
yeah.
there's not much to
was
say
the
about
first,
it.
When I started making this playlist, it was
That
like
was
the
your
very
first song?
first song. I'm like, of course, Summertime Girls by Wine.
And actually, Lou and I got to see it live, which was awesome.
Sweet.
The video starts off with a homeless person looking through a garbage can at a beach, and then all the band members come out of different places like the water and the sand and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
A cave. A metal detector guy finds one in the sand. It's weird. But it's a super fun song. It does remind you of summer. It's another one of my cruise songs. Me and my friend Sean, whenever we would go to theater together, we would listen to this song, and he would sing because I can't, and it was awesome. So
Sweet.
Great
Yes.
pick. I don't know what else you could say about it. It's at the top of my list. It is a, might be the quintessential.
right.
I mean, kind of
How do you kick it off?
encapsulates.
very beachy.
Right.
Encapsulates.
It does. It
Encapsulates.
copulates. Yes.
It
copulates
encapsulates.
the whole summer experience.
Yes, it copulates.
It screams summer.
You
It
all right?
Scream summer.
You scared Lily.
Not as bad as the snare drum.
Oh, that was horrible.
Okay, so
My
what do you got,
pants.
Pittsburgh Kevin?
So you're out we talked about cruising in the summer. You're out cruising, you got the radio on. One of your favorite songs comes on. What do?
Crank it up.
You turn up the radio. That's my next song. Turn up the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Autograph.
High five. Forever. Because I saw them last
Yeah.
summer
Oh, that's
before Randy Rand passed away. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good pick.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Great guitar work. Steve Lynch, right? Was that his name?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He was kind of trying to out Eddie Van Halen,
not really a thing,
which
but
was
it's okay.
which is not something that you can
You
really
can't
do.
easily do
can
that.
try.
No.
But I am going to be keeping with the same vibe here, speaking of Van Halen. And I mean, again, Van Halen is another band. You can put a lot of songs on the list, but I put on Beautiful Girls.
That's a good one.
I think that the song just like screams summer.
Because you're
the
thinking of girls in
beach.
bikinis when
Yeah.
you think of that.
It doesn't have to be summer for you to think of that.
Right. No doubt.
Seaside sitting, just a smoking and a drinking on ringside.
There it is.
On top of the world. I mean, what more can you say? That, keep your pappy happy and accompany me to the ends of the world.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, it's just like
a
it's
lyricist.
about summer love. We don't have summer love we don't have any songs from the Grease soundtrack. Sorry,
I almost
Sorry,
did.
folks.
but you could. But again,
you
this is
could.
a kind of like song about summer love. Yeah, You guys like Van Halen?
Yeah.
They're very nice.
Please.
They're nice boys.
You guys into some Van Halen? Some
Sure.
VH?
You know that's my shit.
It is your shit.
That's your shit. Okay, that's cool. All right, Lily V6, what do you got?
I have my ballad now. It's Endless Summer Nights by Richard Marx.
Oh, yes.
That's my little girly thing. It makes me think of all the times I met a guy at the beach or something, and we would have a little fling. Nothing dirty. It was just kissing and stuff. And then, I'd have to leave him because the summer was over and I was going home and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah.
Really, Lily?
Yeah, I'm a girl.
Just kissing.
I was 14 when I first heard this song.
Then she
I didn't do that then.
honky.
Honky
Wow.
the Clown says
Get that clown the hell out of
shenanigans.
here.
And then Lily would go,
Honky calls shenanigans. Right, Honky?
my
Honky.
God.
You call
Honky, do
shenanigans?
it.
The lyrics were inspired by a trip to Hawaii that Marx had taken with his then girlfriend and future wife, Cynthia Rhodes. He wrote the song as a theme to summer love that does not last when lovers go their separate ways in the fall. Ha ha! Oh my God! Shut up! I like this song. I hate you. It begins with a similar intro beat style as It Must Have Been Loved by Roxette. I'm done talking. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go home.
No, don't.
I'm gonna go home now.
I have to look at Lou.
All right.
Whatever.
So what do you got, Pittsburgh Kevin?
So I remember taking the family back in the day, taking the family out and driving around. And this song was everywhere back in the day in the summer of whatever, 69. I don't know when it was. But it is Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun song.
That
That's
is a
a
fun
fun
song.
little ditty.
Flagpole shitter.
It's no,
Sitta.
no. To spell it right, Lou. That's a whole different song.
Flagpole shitter.
I hate you guys.
That
Wrong.
was. Do you know what flagpole sitting is or was?
No, please tell me.
In the 1920s.
Okay, then I do know what it is.
People would. People were doing all these crazy things.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Nuh-uh.
mean? World War I was over, so people were kind of like celebrating, and it was the era of the flappers and speakeasies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so there were people that climbed on flagpoles and would
And
sit
on them,
sit on the
just-
flagpole.
yeah.
They would do all kind of stuff.
Oh,
it
that
was,
sounds
it was crazy.
weird.
Well, they were stupid. They didn't have cable TV.
They had no. Yeah, I mean,
Which that in itself is a very old statement. They didn't have cable TV.
I know that. That's.
I
yeah.
remember.
Papa? What is cable TV?
Papa.
Go pop in the 8-track and shut up.
Grandpa? No one
Grandpa.
knows what you're talking about,
I hate you
Grandpa.
guys.
I speaking of bored, this
Yeah?
is not how coming out right. I got the Wolfman on Blu-ray, and not that the movie's boring, but I was thinking about in the beginning of the movie, he's on this train, going out to the countryside to find out what's going on with his family, and like I was sitting there, like he's just staring out the window, and it made me think, like what did people do? Like that was what they did. They
did.
just stared out the window.
They just stared out the window.
There was nothing. There wasn't even a radio or anything you could listen to. He had a picture. He had like some from his family pictures. And he was kind of looking at his picture of his mother or whatever. I was like, damn, dude.
So,
Yeah, they didn't
so
have
he's,
anything to pass the time on trips.
Yeah,
So he's sitting on the train, right, looking at pictures of his mother going,
oh, my, look at here's my mother.
is that the Wolfman, right?
I'm telling you.
Not the
With that
wolf,
clown
not
shit.
that kind of
Not
wolf
that
man.
Wolfman? No. Over my head?
There it goes.
It goes right over my head.
Yeah. No, not that.
What did
not-
people do back in the 20s? They sat on flagpoles.
It's
They-
fun. Yeah.
So
So
there you
that's
go.
what people did for entertainment. I forgot how I got to this point.
They drank on the slide.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, they drank on the slide, bathtub gin,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Elliot Ness was in the news. Al
fuck 'em.
Capone. It was a a lot of fun. Good
Just
time.
let us
Good time.
drink.
Johnny Dangerously, that sort of thing. So I rewatched that recently, and
Yeah.
I hate to say it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really hold.
It doesn't hold up.
It's pretty cheesy.
yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah, for
it's like a kind of a time capsule
still like
about,
watching it, though.
about what people thought was fun. And it is quotable. There's still some
Yeah,
good
oh, yeah,
quotable
sure.
lines in it and stuff like that. But overall, it's a little like,
Nah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Doesn't really.
I
do
do
it
that a
for
lot
you,
with
You know,
movies.
but still, I got it in my collection. It's cool. So who's next? Who's
That's
next?
you.
It is you.
You did Flagpole Sitta.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
So that's you now.
So it's you.
I have somebody to choose from, so that's my problem. I have my problems. Okay,
You should do that one, honestly. That's like a really
Do it,
good
do it,
choice.
do it, do it.
I am going to do that one.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do
But
it
not
just
now?
yet. I'm
Oh,
looking
it's-
for another one.
Okay.
It's very similar. Came out around this. Good Times. In Excess and Jimmy
Oh,
Barnes.
yeah, there you
I know.
go.
This is on the Lost Boys
Yes.
soundtrack. And these kids go to the murder capital of the world.
Right.
And, in late summer, and they move in with their grandfather. And, so they're not in school yet. So they're hanging out on the
boardwalk.
boardwalk
Right.
and getting into all kind of trouble with vampires and whatnot. But it is Jimmy Barnes apparently is a giant rock star. Like he's like a legend in Australia.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know
But
that.
he's not big, really, in America at all. He has a great version of "Lazy" by Deep Purple out. You can find it on YouTube. Joe Bonamassa and Bradley
I've seen
Whitford
that. Yeah.
on guitar. It's very, very cool. So if you haven't seen it, but anyway, so he's got this amazing, like very like great muscular R&B kind of voice. And him and NXS got together. Actually, the song "Good Times" is not an original song. I don't know who wrote it originally. It's an old song, but they kind of had the bigger hit with it.
Right.
It's very cool. And it really screams, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. Just gonna take a minute to sing my song. It's just got the whole thing about partying, the summer. It's got the whole vibe. You can practically feel the ocean breeze in your face.
And the murder right behind the corner.
And the murder.
Right.
And the vampires. And Kiefer Sutherland and a bunch of other people.
A bunch of hot guys.
Diane Wiest. That's got a bunch of
Diane's
classic
in it, yes.
actors. Edward Herman.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, he plays
the
the
head
dad.
vampire.
Yeah. It's good.
Boy, never
It's good.
invite a
And
vampire
please,
again.
I don't know if is there a remake of this out there?
Yeah.
somewhere?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no. No, we're talking the original guys. If you haven't,
I think it's a 2. I think it's a sequel, not a remake, but still.
If you've never seen the original Lost Boys,
Go see it.
from the 80s, go
You
check
need
it
to,
out.
like,
and
immediately.
his song is in it, and it's very, very cool. So yeah, that's my pick for
Good
now.
pick. Good pick.
Your pick for now.
For now.
I mean, there's so many.
There's
We're gonna.
more coming.
I think we're gonna do 1 or 2 more rounds, and then we're gonna
Okay.
move on to something else.
All right, well, this is my last one on my list. It's
Okay, then this will be our last round.
Okay, there you go.
All Summer Long Kid Rock. Had to add it to the
Oh, you bitch! I put it on mine too.
You crazy bitch.
list. Yes, obviously. From his 7th studio album, Rock and Roll Jesus, inspired by Bob Seger's song Night Moves, and also samples Sweet Home Alabama by Skinnerd and Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Clearly, you can hear it all through the song.
Yeah, it's not even. They're not trying to hide
not
it.
even
They
trying to
know.
hide
Yeah,
it.
they're just doing
But I
it.
think that's kind of the whole
yeah.
of the song.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole point that like Werewolves of London, Sweet Home Alabama, and that's Take the Money and Run by Steve Miller
Miller.
are all the same song.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
they are.
They
They're
are.
all the same
Right,
song.
exactly.
Go ahead.
In the U.S., it crossed over to country radio, giving Kid Rock his first top 10 country hit. He performed the song at the 2009 Grammy Awards. And let's face it, this is all about summertime. You're at you're camping, you meet a girl, he's like remembering her, how awesome she was and beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And then obviously they did the dirty because it says many times.
My God!
I hate you guys so much.
So,
But yes, it is one of my favorite all-time summer songs.
What did they do, Lily?
They did the dirty.
Have a flame coming out of your butthole.
And that.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If
They probably did a little anal, I'm sure, on the boat. Why not?
Lordy
That's
Jesus.
Pastor Manning, guys. If you get a chance, just search. Do go to YouTube and search Pastor Manning butthole. And
Oh, it has a butthole counter.
yeah.
It does.
Well,
yeah,
there's a
that's
whole
why I
bunch
was
of videos.
laughing.
One has a butthole counter.
That's why I
This
was
guy
laughing.
says butthole like 20 times in his video.
That's great.
And he's a pastor, dude. I don't know how else to describe it. There's tons of videos just like people like put it to music like they did with Sweet Brown. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
They put it to music.
Oh,
it's a whole thing. It's crazy. I don't know what this guy is like. I mean, I grew up with televangelists. Like, my
Right,
parents were
but
religious,
there
so
was
they were on.
nothing.
I think if a televangelist came in and started talking about buttholes, I think my parents would have been like, okay, we got to draw a line.
Yeah, no,
Somewhere.
no, no,
I-
no, hold
somewhere
on.
this is gonna
Look, man,
stop.
as
Hold
much
on
as my
now.
parents were into that, they weren't like stupid. They would have been like,
at that.
this guy, we got to go.
If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet until you see the flaming butthole. Your butthole will be flaming and you will not be able to sit down.
No, usually when I have a flaming butthole, I
because you
cannot
had bad
sit down.
chili.
I have bad chili.
I think he should be a spokesperson for Preparation 8.
Bingo.
great.
You're an ideal man. You are brilliant, sir.
It's your
Brilliant.
turn,
It
please.
is.
Okay,
Let's
one
continue
more
this
Pittsburgh,
conversation.
Kevin.
One more here. You know what happened in 1979? You know what happened in 79?
I wasn't born yet.
You weren't born yet, but I was, and I got my first real six string.
I think you say you got your period.
That was 81. So,
Got my first real period.
Obviously, we're talking about summer of '69.
summer of 69.
69, dudes! Bones like 69.
He
too.
does. He does.
Hey,
Don't
Bones,
say.
Bones, you ever done 69?
Just like that. Just like that.
It took about that long, too.
Brian Adams. Summer of 69 is my next and last pick. of the songs.
Which is a great song.
Yes, it
And he
is.
claims it's about the sex position and not the summer of 69.
Well, when I would do this song, once upon a time,
The summer of having 69.
I would sing 79 all the way through the song, except at the end where it's like me and my baby doing 69, and all the other band members, because nobody listens in the audience, right?
No, they're all drunk.
They
usually.
thought that. Oh, they just thought that was hilarious.
so funny.
Kevin,
Pittsburgh, Kevin, you're too
you're
much.
edgy, Kevin.
Wow.
Just real quick, a couple from this century. In Love with the Camera by the Struts.
Oh, there you
Electric
go.
Man by Rival Sons.
Yes.
Are really cool, fun rock and roll song. I have Under the Boardwalk by John Mellencamp.
Oh.
Paradise City by Guns N' Roses.
Sure.
The Boys Are Back in Town by
That's
Thin
a good
Lizzy.
one.
Thin Lizzy.
That's a good
That's
There
a
you
really
go.
good summer song. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
The Darkness.
Yep. Yeah. Dragula by Rob Zombie. School's Out by Alice Cooper.
Obviously, that's the end of school. So
Uh-huh.
yay. Summertime.
yes.
Swistin' by the Pool by Dire Straits. Very, very
Oh,
cool
yeah.
jam.
I don't know that I know that one.
And
I have that album.
Rock and Roll by Motorhead as well.
Motorhead.
So yeah, and then I have some this is a kind of a lost track or like something a song that wasn't super popular, but it's a really good summer song. It's it's probably the heaviest song on the list. Little Crazy by Rob Halford and Fight. That's like about partying and getting jacked up.
Yeah.
Pour Some Sugar on Me. Cherry Pie.
Yes.
And then all of ours.
Then like
and
the
all
whole
of
list
it.
that we just were
There you
talking
go.
about, and I'm sure that you guys have many more as well. So very cool. There is a sort of honorable mention I want to throw at you guys. You cannot. This is not on Spotify, so I couldn't add it to the Spotify list. But I will put it at the link in the show notes for you to check it out. Billy Strings and Marcus King. Billy Strings and Marcus King. They are, there's a whole crop of new, like younger guys who really like this kind of blues-based rock kind of guitar playing. And Marcus King is definitely that. Marcus has an amazing voice. Billy Strings is this just amazing kind of bluegrass acoustic guitar player. Both these guys are great songwriters and great singers. And they teamed up to do the George Gershwin song Summertime. And it is on the Carter Vintage Guitars YouTube channel. And in my opinion, it is the best thing on that channel. It's absolutely amazing. Vocally, they're just a great match, and they both take incredible guitar solos. Very soulful, very tasteful, very beautiful. And so it'd be like the second slow thing. It's a very slow song. It's a beautiful song. So check it out. It's talking about summertime. Lily, what is your favorite summertime beverage?
Mojito.
Oh, that's fun to say.
Mojito. Yes, I
Mojito.
love the
Francisco.
rum. Guys are assholes. The rum and mint and lime and sugar cane yumminess.
Until
So
you have
refreshing.
a flame coming out of your butthole.
I do
Yeah,
not
too-
ever
too
have a
much-
flame coming out of my
too much of
butthole
that,
from
yeah.
drinking that ever.
Mojito. Mojito.
Mojitos are nice.
They are nice.
I know what mine is, but I can't remember what it's
I
called.
had one in Daytona.
So what's yours, Kevin?
Well, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't really have a favorite. My favorite alcoholic drink during the summer is free. Anything free.
It's a good
So,
answer.
Yeah, anything free.
Good answer.
You know what? Coronas are nice because they're kind of
Summery.
citrusy, and you can throw shit into them. Not shit. You don't throw shit.
Like
into them.
actual shit?
You throw like
You
limes.
drink
or,
shit in your
No,
Corona?
I don't. No, there's no shit.
And there'll be
in here.
people walking around all over America with flames coming out of
You
their
did this.
butthole.
I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. A nice.
People will be walking around all summer with flames coming out of their buttholes.
Great.
And
I'd actually like to see that.
hurricane.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's such a good
summer
one.
drink. That's a really good summer
That's
drink.
a
I
hello,
love
I'm
it.
drunk immediately, though.
Oh yeah. Hello. Yeah, you're drinking this and like, this is so good. Let's get another round. Then you're like,
Oh,
where are we?
We're in the middle of New Orleans somewhere, but I don't know where.
Right.
Wandering around,
Woke up in
stumbling.
Pittsburgh.
Pat O'Brien's. That's the place.
Pat O'Brien.
Pat
Yeah.
O'Brien, sure.
Pat O'Brien's.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
Pat O'Brien? Isn't he a weatherman
I
on Channel?
feel like he's somebody
7?
important, but I don't know.
I don't.
Everyone who takes it up the rear.
Oh my God.
Does Pat O'Brien take it up the rear?
Everyone who takes it up the rear.
Wow.
I said I'm all about that butt, Okay. Okay. So. Favorite summertime food.
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad?
Not the tossing of the salad, which I'm just going to go ahead and say the joke now.
Master Manning needs to stop.
Everyone who has a penis injected in his butthole, when that penis comes
It's
out,
a penis injected
the
in his
flame will
butthole?
start burning.
I give up.
This guy is a preacher
Wow.
on television. This is
Wow.
what the world has come
Well,
to.
he's not tossing my salad. So.
Wow. Hey.
Fruit salad. What's yours?
Wow. Let's just go with ice cream, man, because it's nice and cool.
I can't have ice cream.
I'll have yours.
Okay, you can
Okay,
have my
there
ice
you
cream.
go. I'll give you my fruit salad.
Okay.
Nice.
Lou.
What's
Oh,
yours?
well, yeah, what is mine? I like, here's what I love.
Yes. Tell us.
I love,
Because ain't nobody gonna stick no penis in that flame.
You like a wiener.
Oh, see how God gets you? He's gonna put a flame back there, and then nobody want to put.
He wants a weenie roast.
that's
A
what I
weenie-
was about trying to say.
Oh.
I like I like hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill.
That's
There you
yeah,
go.
that's good.
Okay.
That's like, to me, that is like,
Yeah.
I can almost like, I think about it, I can kind of smell it. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
right?
so good.
all salivating.
It's so good. I love hamburgers and hot dogs.
Couldn't be more perfect.
So it wasn't even
That
planned.
flame will be an eternal flame coming out of the
An
butthole.
eternal flame. An eternal flame.
Guys, like all I'm doing is just pausing and hitting play.
I know, that's great, though.
I'm a minute 46. Excuse me. I mean 1 minute and 6 seconds into it, and he said butthole 15 times.
15 times already.
That's so scary.
Like, what is this guy thinking?
Like, I never
I'm
heard
sorry,
about
man. If
buttholes
you are a supporter of Pastor Manning, like Manning, yeah, Pastor Manning, like I mean, I don't know what's going on, and I don't mean to knock your religion, nothing, brother, but
come
dude,
on
like,
That's
I'm
just
not
out of
really
control.
I'm not really
Come on
understanding. I'm not really getting what
Come
you're putting
on
down with
now.
this. It's become a
Wow.
meme. It's all over TikTok, and
Yeah.
there's all kind of
Wow.
funny stuff. So you kind of missed it. In any case, so we talked about food. Okay, and I gave you my honorable mention
Sure.
for the.
Yes.
Okay, so it's time for new and notable.
Oh.
I have for mine. Oh, if I don't drop it everywhere and grab Lou's leg.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Drop it this way.
Just do it.
Come on.
Well,
Don't grab my leg, Lily.
Of every sodomite.
Anyway, Bourbon House is my choice for this
Oh,
week.
that's a good band.
Modern rock and roll band led by the powerful and unique vocals of Lacey Crow. They're from Wisconsin. They're modern rock with a 70s and blues rock edge. Their last album, Into the Red, was released in 2021. Devil on My Heels is their top single. It's fantastic. It's kind of a little bit of Heart, a little bit of Zeppelin, a little bit of Janis Joplin, and I just think they're fantastic. So I would love to see them live. I missed them.
Will Smith, calm the fuck down.
They were in Pittsburgh recently, but I was in Daytona when they were in Pittsburgh, so someday I will see them, hopefully.
Okay, that is wow. That's a cool band. That's a cool band.
I love
when
them.
we played music, we did play a Bourbon House song.
Oh yeah, I like
great,
Bourbon
great,
House.
Great
yeah.
band. So what do you got?
So this is a band I found on TikTok, and okay, it happens. I'm
Nerd.
sorry, on the TikTok. Yeah, because I'm old. But it's
Up
Liliac.
there on
I
the
believe,
Facebook.
I believe they're it's
I
pronounced
studied
Liliac.
on. I studied on.
Liliac's great.
Yeah, I love Liliac.
I studied on
Wait,
TikTok.
you didn't know them prior to TikTok?
No,
I studied on it quite a bit.
no,
Who is it?
Liliac.
Liliac.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was away at band camp.
I understand.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
they're
just,
fantastic.
I'm
You
just
should see
picking
them
up
live.
shit now.
You should see them live. You would
They're
love them.
coming to town, you know.
I know.
At Jurgles. But yeah, it's a five-piece Los Angeles-based family rock metal band. These guys are
They're
I'm like,
kids.
I'm like, oh, how cute, right? And then the music starts. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit! It's like Hanson got raped in the butthole by Satan.
It,
See what I did there,
they blew
Lou?
your mind right through your face.
See what I did there, Lou?
Flame coming out of the butthole.
And there it is.
But man, oh man, her voice is just like,
Oh, they're all.
wow. And
It's
yeah,
a whole thing. It's a whole
yeah,
thing.
like they're all great musicians and stuff. So that is my new band.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're about 3 years behind,
But it's okay.
but I forgive you.
hope
My band-
fire
my-
comes out
my-
of your butthole.
My band,
will.
My band is also about 3 years behind.
But I saw them
They-
live
They
too.
have not put out another record since this record, but it isn't that old. Okay,
Yeah.
this is from their record came
It's your
out.
twin.
Last record came out in 2019.
Okay.
The band is called The Damned Things. Mm-hmm. This band is so good, just very, very good. I don't know how to explain kind of what they do. It's just very catchy, super heavy rock that sounds like rock today.
Yes.
It doesn't.
That's a good way to put
I
that.
can't say that it sounds like the 80s. It doesn't sound like the 90s.
It's quite a mix.
It's just sounds like great rock. If someone just said they were going to put out a great rock album. It's not too many frills, not too many like weird production things. A lot of these bands like will go really crazy with production. It just really kind of sounds like these five guys playing. Just great rock. Like, let's write a great song. And of course, when you've got somebody like Scott Ian involved, right? Keith Buckley, Joe Troman, Andy Hurley, and Dan Andriano. Past members include Rob. How would you say that?
Cagiano.
Sure.
And Josh Newton.
Yeah.
Josh Newton related to Juice Newton? Josh and Juice. But they're called The Damned Things. You can find damnthings.com. But you could find them on Spotify and YouTube and everything like that. I'm going to tell you, you won't be. Just give it a try. I think you guys are going to really like it. Just straight heavy. It's heavy.
That's one of the last shows I saw at the Rex before they closed.
It's not metal, but it's not. I mean, it's very cool. It's just, you would think with Scott Ian that like, oh, it's going to be thrash. It's not.
It's
thrash.
not.
It's
Yeah.
kind
At
of like
all.
he's kind of like Rock Jones.
Yeah.
on, you know what I mean? He's like, let's just do like a really good rock thing, but it's heavy.
It's harder
good.
rock. It's harder rock.
It's very good. It's very good. You guys should check that. Guys should check that out. So, Bourbon House, The Damned Things, and Lidiac.
See.
All right. So now I want to do this very special song.
Oh.
We're gonna do our lyrics with Loudini, and I don't know, Kevin. Yeah, that tambourine is over there, right?
It sure is.
Can you pick that up for me for a second?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna pause
One.
the background. Here. Oh,
I
okay.
don't know why you just threw a freaking tambourine at me.
Because he said pick it up for 1 second.
Wow. Pick it up.
And
Okay.
hold it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, hold it. Okay. And I need you to give me a beat. Can you do this instead of shaking it? Can you just like tap on it?
Jesus Christ.
Like
How faster?
there we are. That's it. Just keep it steady as you can. I know you've been drinking. The tambourine has been drinking. Okay, so here we go. This is a song I would like to dedicate. This is the song "Heterosexual Man" by Odds. Mm-hmm. I'm going to like to dedicate this to my brother, Johnny Depp, and anybody who has ever put #MeToo in any of their social media stuff. Heterosexual Man by Odds. I want to make every woman I see. I want to make every woman I see. Do you know what's the matter with me? I'm a heterosexual man. Just a heterosexual man. I want to do every woman I know. I want to do it to them in their clothes. I want to make it with them, don't you know? I'm a heterosexual man. It's just a problem with my glands.
Great.
I'm a heterosexual man. I'm a heterosexual man. I want to make every woman I see. I want to make every woman I see. Maybe make a baby with me. Because I'm a heterosexual man. Just a heterosexual man. I want to have every woman I know. I want to have them take off their clothes. I'll make it with them unless they say no. Because I'm a heterosexual man. I'll make it with them whenever I can. I'm a heterosexual man. I'm a heterosexual man. I'm heterosexual. I want to get every girl on the globe. We kiss and hug, then we disrobe. Like one of Lily's trysts. It's a short circuit in the frontal lobe because I'm a heterosexual man. It's just a problem with my glands. I'm a heterosexual man. Okay.
Wow.
Can't even help myself. It's
What
awesome.
the
This
good.
song I had added to my Spotify playlist like I don't know, like a couple years ago, and I went running this afternoon at the park, and
And it
just
inspired
popped
you.
up. I played my list, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about this song. It's a very good groove too. It's like I'm goofing on it, but it's a good. It rocks out. It's a pretty cool song. You should check it out. It's on Spotify. Heterosexual Man by Odds.
Huh.
Flame coming out of your butt. That man.
No. Stop.
But yeah, so have some fun with that, guys. It's a cool song. Very cool song. Wow, how you guys doing? Everybody all right? You guys ready to do This Day and What the Beatles did?
Please.
Sure.
Please.
What the Beatles did today?
Probably not have flames coming out of their
They
butthole.
probably did not. They may have, of course.
That's the
it
first
is-
fucking thing on there.
The Beatles. The
A
Beatles.
Beatles. Are you like a Beatles?
And pulls that penis out of you.
Whoa. That was not the Beatles.
Definitely not.
That was not the Beatles.
Jesus, man, this guy, he's like on. He's still on.
Woo.
Oops, I don't need to open that tab twice. Have a tab.
Are we
Kevin.
gonna
have a tab?
have a tab?
Have a tab.
How about a Fresca?
A Fresca.
Is that still a thing?
Can I have?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
get an. I want an RC cola.
They still make that.
I heard that they didn't. They do.
It's in our vending machine.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's still make it.
It's new.
Okay, all right. Well, good. I wonder if somebody bought it. I wonder if
Maybe.
like
It's probably bought.
you know,
Yeah, it's,
like
it's
Coke company bought
I'm
that or
sure.
something.
Oh, that's great.
our Southern
Anyways.
boys like it.
On this day in 1962, the Beatles,
What?
the first Beatles recording session took place. That's pretty epic, right?
There we go.
The Rolling Stones,
Oh, they.
on this day in 65, released a single, I Can't Get No Satisfied. I mean, what? Like, wow.
That's
Yeah.
a summer
That's-
song.
Yeah, well, okay, wait a minute. These two are both pretty important things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is June 6th. 62, the Beatles do their first recording session at Abbey Road, and the Stones release I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
3 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 1965. I mean, that's like,
That's
big
crazy.
stuff. This day, and here's a sad one. On this day in 1966, Roy Orbison's first wife, Claudette, was killed when a truck pulled out of a side road and collided with the motorbike that she and her husband were riding in Gallatin, Texas. She was 25. Oh, so sad.
So I guess that song is about her,
Yeah.
Claudette.
Claudette. Screaming Lord Such at the Freehold Hullabaloo in Freehold, New Jersey. Such was touring the East Coast in an odd custom-painted Rolls-Royce hearse. Support band was the Castles with Bruce Springsteen on vocals. This day in 1968. On this, a song I wanted to add to my summer song was Crocodile Rock by Elton
That's a good
John.
one.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
that was good. But
Sure,
speaking of Elton
sure.
John, this day in 69. 69, dude! And it was speaking of the summer of 69.
Yes.
Elton John released his debut album, Empty Sky. And dude, this is
Wow,
like a
it's
pretty...
an epic day.
Yeah, in rock, you know. Skyline Pigeon is best song on the best known song on the album. Okay, Christie. We're number one in UK singles chart with Yellow River. That song vaguely
vague,
remember it. In this day, in 1970, Syd Barrett played his first gig since leaving Pink Floyd at the Extravaganza 70 in England, backed by a band that included his old friend Floyd guitarist David Gilmour. Barrett baffled the audience and his musicians when he abruptly took off his guitar during the fourth number and walked off stage.
'Cause he's a nutbag.
Yeah, just a little.
A flame is going to come out.
A flame
Sid?
came out. See, after he walked off stage, a flame came out.
Exactly.
John and Yoko jammed live on stage with Frank Zappa. Oh, yeah. Did we talk about this?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this is a historic thing that happened. This is a kind of controversial thing. So This was at the Fillmore. Okay.
Is this that weird shit that they did?
And no.
Okay.
No. Listen. This is an interesting story. It's an interesting story.
I'm listening.
So, they were Frank Zappa and the Mothers were playing at the Fillmore East.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Frank gets a knock on the door at 2:00 in the afternoon. He says, and in the interview, he says when you've played 2 shows the day before, 2:00 in the afternoon is like pretty early. So I'm still sleeping. But he says, I came to the door and it was John Lennon and his publicist or something.
Yeah.
And I said, John would like to come in and meet you. And he's like, well, yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they had ever met before. And so they talked for a while and he said, would you like to, would you like to get on? Would you like to jam?
Yeah.
You know, at the show. Would you like to come up? So him and Yoko got up and played with Frank Zappa's band. And they went into some long jam. Some jam that they kind of put together. And I'm looking here and I'm not seeing the title of it. But Frank called it one thing, and John took it upon himself to sort of like borrow and write a song based on with the same stuff and put it out on his next album.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And Frank was just like very like, his attitude was like, huh. That was about it. He was like, huh.
I mean, what else can you really
He
do?
was like, he thought it was shitty, but like he was like, it's John Lennon and he's dead. And like, I'm not going to be like a dick now, but he says this did happen. You know?
Wow.
So yeah, so it was a kind of a crazy thing, but yeah, they woke him up in the afternoon and said, we play with you. We love you. RCA Records released I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton, the second single from Parton's 13th solo album. Again, giant song. Giant, huge hit.
Yep.
Recording the album Jolene on June 13th, 73. The singer wrote the song for her one-time partner and mentor, Porter Wagner, for whom she was professionally splitting at the time. They were breaking up.
Oh my.
And I won't get into it. There's a great story behind that. We'll tell that another time. Def Leppard in this day in 79 played Crook's Workman's Club in Sheffield. The gig was reviewed in UK music paper. Sounds led to recording contracts. So that's
there you go.
That's what happened in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could get reviewed in like a, and somebody would sign you. Tom Petty, Crosby, Stills, Nash, Bob Dylan, Stevie Wonder, and Stevie Nicks, and Jackson Browne all appeared at the Rose Bowl on this day, 1982. Wow. Crowd of 85,000 fans, a 6-hour Peace Sunday. It was We Have a Dream anti-nuclear concert.
Nice.
That's a whole
what
lot
does
of
that
stuff.
Mean? Anti-nuclear concert, like
That's right. I'm pro nuke.
I know the I've heard of the nuclear family. I've never heard of the nuclear concert. It was a nuclear concert.
Yeah,
it was. A&R man Dick Rowe died of diabetes. Diabetes.
No,
he
didn't
was
get the package.
famous for not signing the Beatles to Decca.
Idiot.
You guys should hear Pat DeCesar. Speaking of the Beatles, you should hear his story.
Oh, that's a great story. I know
about
him,
bringing the Beatles to Pittsburgh.
That's a great story.
It's a really good story. It's this day in '87. Whitney Houston had her second #1 single with I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. This day in 1987, also Michael Jackson announced that he was breaking all ties with the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, no.
On this day in 1998, Bewitched scored their
guys.
first UK #1 single with C'est La Vie.
I can't even believe you even know that. Yeah.
No,
Is that
that's
it?
not
That's not it. That's
Neville.
I
Robbie
think it's a
Neville,
cover, though. I think they did the same song.
On this day in 2003, Dave Roberry, with the keyboard player for the Animals, died at the age of 62. John Bonham.
Bonham.
John Bonham was voted
Bonham.
#1 in Classic Rock's magazine's 50 Greatest Drummers in Rock.
You don't say.
Listing Moby Dick.
More than one.
Moby's dick?
Moby
What?
Dicks.
Oh,
He was a big whale. I mean, he probably needed a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably needed a lot of dicks.
Probably.
And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again.
But except for Moby
Says
Dick.
you.
Except for Moby Dick. Moby and his 3 dicks. The Moby Dicks. There's a band.
The Moby
Dicks. The
There you
Moby
go.
Dicks.
That's great.
Anyway, so he was Rolling Stone had this thing, or excuse me, Classic Rock magazine had this little poll going, whatever, and
Little
Bonham was
poll.
voted the greatest drummer in this day in 2005. Billy Preston died of kidney failure this day in 2006. He was a kind of like fifth Beatle in a way. He was on a lot of Beatles records, but played with everybody. Everybody loved him. He was, George Harrison, Elton John, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, of course, Rolling Stones.
Yes.
U2 in the state in 2012, Adam Clayton's former personal assistant and housekeeper went on trial accused of stealing almost 3 million euros from U2's bass from the bass player. So so you gotta watch who you hire, man, when you're big and famous like that. On this day in 2017, Woodstock, the 1969 music festival, was officially recognized as a place in history by when Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts had been placed on the National Register of Historic Places. American singer-songwriter Dr. John, known for music combining blues, pop, jazz, boogie woogie, and rock and roll, died at the age of 77 on this day in 2019.
Let's do some happy birthdays now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to
You all right?
No, he's
Oh,
not
I'm
all right.
so good.
Because it will be on fire.
What will be on fire, sir?
Fire. You ain't
Wait a minute. What's going to happen again?
again because it will be on fire.
It will be on fire. And I am on fire about this day in music because Levi Stubbs
Yes, sir.
was the baritone singer
Yes, sir.
in the band The Four Tops, born this day in 1936.
Yes.
Richard Popcorn Willie, American pianist, songwriter, and record producer, was also influential in the early years of Motown, born this day in 1939. Gary U.S. Bonds.
There you go.
Wish I had a girl that walked like that. That's the only song by him I remember.
That's the only one I remember.
But he had some other stuff. Was born this day in 1939.
Woo.
He had hits in the 60s.
Yeah.
We remember him from, he got a little resurgence,
Resurgence
in the 80s.
in the 80s.
Yeah. Howie Kane from Jay and the Americans.
How he came.
Yeah, they had this hit single, This Magic Moment. Well, who doesn't know that?
I love that
Tons
song.
of movies. Edgar Froese.
Don't ask me on that one.
From the band Tangerine Dream, born this day in 1944. Peter Albin, American bassist with Big Brother and Holden Company. Number one single, Me and Bobby McGee. You guys know about Janis Joplin.
Do
was
we?
the singer for
Do we?
Big Brother and Holding Company. Tony Levin, who I've seen play, American musician bassist. Tony Levin, prophylactic session
No, not
musician.
prophylactic.
I just might as well say the wrong word because I'm going to say
What?
the wrong word
Yeah.
anyways.
Prolific.
No, it's prophylactic.
Prophylactic.
He was a prophylactic session musician.
He was. He covered
Played
it
on
all.
over 500. He covered them all.
He covered it all.
Oh, he sure did.
You ain't seen nothing. Did you see the
This has been like hitting the mark every time. This is great.
But he played with, okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Cher,
Yes.
Asia,
Woo.
Alice Cooper, John Lennon,
Wow.
Sarah McLachlan,
Wow.
Stevie Nicks, Pink Floyd,
Come
Paul
on.
Simon, Dire
Keep going.
Straits, Lou Reed,
Yeah.
David Bowie, Tom Waits, Buddy Rich, Todd Rundgren, Seal, Warren Zevon, Brian Ferry, Laurie Anderson, and yes, whoo.
Wow.
All the things.
Oh, man, I can't even
he
breathe
did.
after
He
that.
covered every inch of it.
Duke Booty. Producer and rapper, best known for the single "The Message," was released on Sugar Hill Records. Was born in 1951. Michael Wallace, not Mike Wallace from TV.
It's 60
Right.
minutes. Yeah.
From 60 Seconds.
60 seconds.
Keyboard player for Third World Raga band.
Raga.
Robert Hodge was born in the States. Scottish indie rock band The Bluebells.
Oh, okay. Different guy. Different guy I was thinking. I was thinking of somebody else.
Pelle
Pele.
Alsing, drummer for a Swedish rock group Roxette. I know you guys how much you guys love Roxette.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever heard of a little guitar player named Stevie Vai?
Yup.
Little Stevie Vai.
Little Stevie
He's gonna
Vai.
play his guitar for
we
us.
We talked about David Lee Roth tonight and Frank Zappa. Steve Vai played with both of those.
Yeah.
People.
See how we tie this all together, folks?
Yeah. See, you guys think it's just random, like we're just
No,
fucking
no,
around.
we know what we're
No, we
doing.
know exactly what's going on, right, Lily?
No. The answer is no.
And the answer is no. know. Steve Vai. Are you
birthday.
Steve Vai fan, Pittsburgh Kevin?
Yes, very much so.
What's your favorite Steve Vai album?
Oh, I just don't. You know I'm not an album kind of guy.
You're so full of shit.
I don't know any of his albums. However, I do love watching him play. So
Yeah, I like the
There's
G3
that.
stuff. So there you go.
yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Highest paid guitarist at the time to ever play on one album. When he played on Whitesnake's album, he's paid $1 million.
Good for him.
shit.
It's good work if you can get it.
I personally love hearing. Oh, he played with Spinal Tap. I personally love his work when he works in a group or with a singer. I am not a big fan of his instrumental guitar stuff. Believe me, he's amazing, and I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
never play anything like.
I
you
did
not
know
saying
this
that,
about you.
but it's just not my.
It doesn't do it for you.
It just doesn't really do it for. Like I
no
recognize
cup of
and I
tea.
can hear that he's great. I mean, it's like he's amazing, but it just it doesn't reach me.
tea, is it?
I like when he love work when he worked with David Lee Roth.
You're right.
His best album, in my opinion, is the album he did with Devin Townsend on vocals, and that is Sex and Religion. That's my favorite one. DC Lee, who worked with Wham and a bunch of other people, was born in 1961.
Yes.
Tom Araya from Slayer.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff that happened. We have Steve Vai
So many
and
birthdays.
Slayer,
Yeah.
Def Leppard, Dolly Parton, Pink Floyd, John Lennon, the Beatles. I mean, like all kind of
Crazy day in
I mean,
music.
it was a lot going on today.
Holy.
Tom Araya, bassist with Slayer. Happy birthday, Tom. Is he still out there? David White from Brother Beyond. I don't know them.
But happy birthday anyway. In case you're
Oh,
listening.
James Schaefer, guitarist from American NU metal band Korn.
Oh.
Korn.
They don't know how to spell. They
Horse
spell it
corn.
wrong.
Horse corn. There should be a band
Oh,
that
no.
does they should dress up like his horses
I'm sure there is.
and play all corn songs and call themselves Horse Corn.
Why am I being punished?
I don't know. Though.
What? How horrible was I?
Apparently, in a past life.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Flame coming out of TD Jake's butt.
Who?
Oh yeah, I don't want to tell tales out of school, but apparently what has happened is that there's another televangelist he's in competition with TD Jakes.
Oh, okay.
And apparently TD Jakes, there's been some accusations that he's been walking on both sides of the street.
Uh-oh.
So I mean
Wow, boy.
so I mean
You thought the
we're gone crazy.
East Coast and West Coast hip hop was tough. No. Televangelist. Flames coming out of both their
Dude,
butts.
there's some videos on TikTok of these televangelists getting at talking about
Back and
talking
forth?
smack on each other.
That's hysterical.
Oh
That's
man,
Because
I'm like,
that's-
what in the world is going on, dude? Like, you guys are missing the whole point. Do you even read the Bible?
Apparently not.
You know what I mean? Like, wow. I mean, like, you know, if you knew anything that Jesus actually said,
Right.
you wouldn't be talking like that.
That's right.
Like, what is wrong with people?
Love it.
I don't mean to be
Tons
all-
of entertainment though for us.
Yeah, I know. Are there any comments, or did everybody just tune us out?
I think they've given up on
I
us.
think so.
It's because my head is all red on the camera tonight.
That's not why.
I think it's the flames coming out your butt.
Did that really scare everybody off?
I don't
bet
think so.
you.
It's just all the same comments you have
I
now.
bet you.
Okay.
But you scared them off.
Scan him with the flame coming out your butt.
They're probably laughing.
But anyways, I will post it in the group too. But I have in the show notes the link to the Spotify playlist that we made for you guys. You know, if you come up with some later, throw them in the group and I'll add them. I will add them for sure. Thank you, Wolf's Custom. We didn't see Chris and
I didn't see them on
We
here.
didn't see them tonight.
At least they didn't mention that they were here.
Okay, wolfscustoms.online. Go check them out. RockRageRadio.com. Download the app. And Lombardi Music and Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com. Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com. You want to check that out. Get on the list and become a part of our Inner Circle group. Very cool. Also get notifications about advanced stuff and all kind of cool things happen there. We don't just send you junk. Well, we send you some junk, but I mean, we might send you, something like this.
Ah!
So But other than that,
That is the gift that keeps on giving.
that's what I hear.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, check it out, rockrageradio.com, LouLombardiMusic.com. Okay, and we have Lily. What do you got going on?
My show is on Thursdays, Hot Licks with Lily 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Download the app for free or go to rockrageradio.com. Wednesday is Anvil at the Craft House.
Yeah.
This weekend is also Living Dead Weekend if you're into those, 80s and 90s movies with Night of the Living Dead. It's over at Monroeville Mall. And I will be over there Saturday, so you can check me out there as well.
I think that they should reenact Dawn of the Dead at Monroeville Mall.
They should. I agree. They should do that.
So I read a short story by one of these like younger horror writers. Okay, and this is an interesting premise of the story.
Yes.
The story was about two people that met at the filming
Right.
of Dawn of the Dead
That's fun.
at Monroeville Mall.
Okay.
And they were both playing zombies. And here they had like a relationship like in the past, and they didn't expect to meet each other.
Right.
It's very it was really cool. It's like what an interesting way to set a story. You know what I mean? These two people reconnecting as being kind of playing zombies.
Yeah.
And they got into great detail about filming, and like he talks about Romero being there. It was interesting.
Very cool.
Very, very, very cool. But anyways, Pittsburgh Kevin, are you guys? Are you guys? So we're gonna see Anvil. Anything
Right.
else? Anything else you got going on? You going to see any movies or do anything?
I don't want to. It's kind of a personal thing, but tomorrow I am going to the doctor's because I got a flame coming out my butthole.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna put some cream on it, maybe.
Lightning bug.
Lightning. Maybe that's what it is.
It's just a lightning bug.
Lightning bug.
It's
Caught a
not a
lightning
flame coming out of it. It's just a lightning.
He
You
caught a
must have
lightning
swallowed
bug.
a lightning bug
and
didn't realize.
Come out, yeah.
And
it's out the
and what
butthole.
happened was
Wow.
you swallowed it. And everything.
You can't even get it out.
You can't even.
It didn't
you can't even
digest.
say
It doesn't. Bugs don't completely digest, right?
Apparently.
I don't know if they do or not. I'm just making up
We're
stuff.
just, yeah, sure.
And so the lightning bug and the
Dr.
light is
Lou.
still lit. Could you imagine that?
Oh
Could you
my.
imagine that? And you'd be like, "What in the hell's like
What
blowing
time
in
does
my
it-
dump?"
That'd be terrifying.
Got a flame coming out of his butt.
I love this guy now. He's like
No.
my new favorite thing.
He's up to 17.
He's up to
He's up to
17.
I'm not even
the
done with the
video is
video
only
yet.
a minute 46, and at 129
I
he
have
says
the
butthole
butthole
17 times.
Wow.
That's hysterical.
I mean, it would be like if the guy was trying to be humorous and he dropped the word butthole once.
But
In like
no,
the whole,
no,
in like a
no.
2-hour sermon or something,
No.
that might be like okay, but like he in a minute and a half or
He's
almost less
obsessed
than 2
with
minutes,
buttholes.
he's obsessed with the butthole.
He sure is.
He's got some really bizarre CGI background. Like what
Yeah.
in the world?
Are we going to play the summer list after the podcast?
Oh my god!
No,
Yeah.
we're going to listen to all 21 butthole counts.
All 21 buttholes. All right. Yeah, there's a band name, the 21 Buttholes. I'm just kidding. That's not a band name. It could
Not
be.
yet.
Not yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. The Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Check us out online. We do this once a week. And next week, a couple of cool things are going to happen that I want to tell you guys about.
Yeah?
First of all, next week, we will see at least a brief return of Keith the Hawk Hawkins.
Yeah.
So we are excited about that. Next week is also the second week of the month,
Oh, yes.
and that is our album. And we're going to be talking about a very cool album. If you've not heard it, you should check it out. Great Western Valkyrie by Rival Sons.
It's a good
It's an album that came out in 2014, so it is of this century. When we did our podcast on bands that remind us that rock and roll is still alive, we definitely mentioned Rival Sons. So we're going to devote the podcast to that album and checking it out and giving you guys some info on the band, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So check that out. You don't want to miss that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Have a great week, and we'll catch you all on the next Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Mr. Quicksand.